thing to remember with Chardonnay pearls is it does come out a little bit later than the other ones. Everything's still relatively dormant, but like making sure everyone remembers these and get them out this time of year because they are early spring blooming plants.
This is one is Green Lane. Also, too, this is the picture you see what's on the left. Is a current picture. They're going to put a light trim on those. But, there should be still making size for yourself.
So on the trim on the Iguanas, that'll happen here in the next couple of weeks. This is what they're going to look like if they leave now. All we really do with Iguanas is take those long shoots off. It's not a hard trim, it's just basically shape them up so they look better.
You've got Selena's Raleigh's favorite. This is, like I said, we'll be moving perennials as they get into handful and ready as we progress. Now, this is a current picture. It is actually in bud and bloom. It's got some blooms on it, and it's loaded with buds and it's full. And as you can see, it's a nice full plant. Selena could for more. This is another one. We just took a brief. This picture you see on the left is the current picture. It doesn't have any buds on it, but it is nice, compact. It's a nice variegated plant. It's the leaf color along the foliage is a nice color contrast for your landscape. Like I said, it can tolerate droughts, and it's a rocky soil tolerant. So like I said, this is the current picture, and it's camphor and it's nice and clean.
As far as the flowers on this one, the shoots are just starting to go up. It'll be a couple of weeks before you get flower, but this plant in particular is probably a little bit better for variegated foliage per se than actual flowers. You get gangly when they're in bloom.
Okay, you got the Veronica Georgia Blue. Like I said, the picture on the left is the current picture. As you can see, it is in bud and bloom. It is a nice, more tight cluster of flowers. It's a nice blue flower that it will fade to a lighter blue as it progresses in age. It tastes good for ground cover, and it's mostly used good for up in front of the borders and good for mass plant.
So both this one and the plots that's coming up next, they're just starting to flower. One of the reasons why we wanted to get them out there. Nice full plants, like David said. Typically in the past with Sherwood purple plots, those are almost in flower when we put them on. These, if you go to the next picture, you can see they're just starting to shoot out. You can see the new growth coming on the bottom there. Almost all those tips are going to have flowers.
Yeah, they got buds and bloom on them right now. They're just not cracking the color. It does got some buds on them.
So all these perennials, like I said last week, these are actually in T2, T3. Those houses are minimum heat houses. We do not turn the heat on in those houses unless it's going below 30. The other thing you got to remember that they are also covered with clear poly, so on a sunny day they will heat up a little bit. We do leave the doors open, so just be aware that these need some protection when they go on the lots, but not a whole lot. Next three pictures, we've talked quite a bit in the past about the particulatas, so we're going to go into great detail on these. For anyone that would drive through the farm, they're back on W10, the east side of the pond. They stick out from quite a ways away. You can see some of these overall pictures. There's a fair amount of color in there. We just wanted to get these pictures out so everyone's aware that there's still berries on them. Typically, the birds would have eaten them by now, but obviously, with the houses being covered, they're not aware of where these are at. So all three of them have color, so it's just something that's unusual for this time of year. So there's questions brought up on the nooks. Nooks came in on time for the most part. Took a couple overall shots. see them here. Pictures actually, if you go look at them today, have changed a little bit. We have gone through some of these plants. We have to go through and do one or two light trims on them to keep them shaped. The dianthus in the right hand picture, there's at least one variety out there where we're going to go through trim the flowers off of the spikes so we can get a little fuller plant. They are on target as far as time frame, as far as finishing them. These typically we schedule for about the middle of April, somewhere around the 20th. Looked at the calendar last night. Dave and I fly walk them the week of the 13th and start rolling them accordingly. In the case of like Similaria, some of these plants we do go through and do the trim this time, and it will also go through. So initially can, they're put in these trays, can to can, as we need to. You go to the pairs. We've got a pretty good supply of 25-gallon, 2-inch pairs. Picture of Chanticleer here. Chanticleer is a little bit more open than Red Spire. Both of them are good plants. Flower buds on these are just starting to crack the sheath. They haven't really pushed out yet. They are pretty dormant. Just looking to get these things moved. And the Red Spire, we also have the 7s and the 25s. Another selling point on this plant is not only the bright white flowers in the spring, that gives you a pretty good display, but also that fall color that you see in the upper right hand picture. Pears are also one of the ones later in the fall color scheme. It's one of the last ones to color on.